So I'm Daniel Cooper. I'm the advanced game designer on SMITE 2, working on God, combat, item balance, all the things.
My name is Josh Malmquist. I'm a senior gameplay programmer on Titanforge. I'm one of the programmers on SMITE 2.
I'm Daniel Lilleberg. I'm the animation director. I was the animation lead on SMITE for the first 84 gods, and I'm super excited to come back for SMITE 2.
So I'm Ben Knapp. I'm the art director on SMITE 2. I've been here at Hi-Rez for about 17 years. The goal is just to make sure that we bring SMITE to the next level, really. That's my whole goal, making sure the quality is king and the fans get what they deserve for the next game.
Well, the first process that we really had to go through is like, what is the kit for the god that we're bringing over? Like, what are the technical needs? What are the art needs? We look at that first, and the first team that actually starts on it now is design.
First, we go and look at the characters, see what things that we've wanted to change over time. We have years and years of different balance beating discussions and community feedback about what people like about a character, what people don't like about a character, feature requests that they've wanted for a long time. So we try and consolidate all that together so we have like our kind of major list of improvements that we feel like we can make very quickly.
A lot of what we have to do now is looking at, all right, what are the gods that we're planning on bringing over, and how can we bring them over in a way that lets us build out these systems from scratch?
We try to port the character over kind of verbatim initially, and we try to figure out then from there, where can we enhance it? The first thing is you're going from a spec gloss workflow, which is Unreal 3, which is an older tech thing, to a PBR workflow, which is physical-based rendering. So that is a whole different type of technology that you have to then move all your characters' textures and the materials from one engine to another. So that's a whole process in itself. So we know for each god we bring over, we have to go and do that process. But then every time we do that, we look for areas where we can enhance the character.
So they will go through, they'll look at the kit, see if there's any redesigns they want to make, and then they come to the gameplay team and are like, here's our laundry list of items, here's what we want to do. And then the gameplay team will go through and actually assess the technical needs.
One example of that was early on for Anubis. We tried something where maybe he didn't have a stun in his kit, and we tried to give him another ability that felt impactful for him, but that just didn't feel like you're still playing the same character, right? Without that stun, without that mummify, a lot of the rest of his kit kind of fell apart and didn't feel cohesive anymore. And so we went back to the drawing board on that. We looked at making the ult feel punchier, and we also made sure that the improvements that the SMITE 1 team had made over the last few years, such as Anubis walking, were still reflected in SMITE 2.
But it gives us a lot of flexibility now where we're able to give design the tools that they can actually go and prototype the entire god without needing gameplay programming at all, which is a complete 180 from how we did it on SMITE.
One of the areas we're working to use the advancements in UE5 and get over some of these pain points is the upper body lower splits that we had in SMITE 1. A lot of times you could see visibly when we were merging the characters' lower bodies to keep them running with their upper body, either melees or ability and interactions, animations. Ymir, for example, if you look at him in SMITE 1, when he runs around in melees, his pelvis shifts around a lot and has a very artificial feeling. But with a lot of the tools and pain points we're overcoming by moving to UE5, we're able to better adjust his pelvis based on what his body is doing at that time, so we get less of that clear break.
In SMITE 1, I think there's a lot of things we had to consider as we're working with things, like even like polygon counts. There's a lot of things that in Unreal 3, there was just major limitations there. And so in Unreal 5, we have a lot more kind of bandwidth to like work with bones and kind of like the tech that's more relevant.
So for each god, we're going through cross-functional, reviewing all that together, and a lot of those fill up those boxes already. We need these abilities to change for this reason. We have to add this. And what that leaves us, though, on each one is some degree of just, on the animation front, just time to improve just the aesthetics. So each case, we're kind of filling up what needs to change, what has to change, and then we have some little bit of time that we use as judiciously as we can to improve all the animation presentations when we bring these characters over.
So that process took quite some time. I think for bringing Chalk over into the game, like for scratch on SMITE 2, initially took us like probably 3 or 4 months, because we had to build up all those foundational systems. But we got Chalk playable probably within a month in SMITE 2 because of blueprints and letting designers just go through and blueprint it all. And then gameplay was able to come in after the fact and really like clean them up. In SMITE 1, it wouldn't have been possible. It would have taken us to build Chalk from the scratch in SMITE 1 would have taken us 2 months gameplay programming time.
Going fully into SMITE 2 with none of that like restriction from like bringing an older file up to speed, just starting fresh in the new engine with all the new tools, there's going to be so many things we can do just like that. You'll notice a quality change just already for like all the Smite 2 gods, because they start off right. Like we're going to know areas that we can just kind of out the gate make look 10 times better.
The largest part for me as an animator is just restraint. There are so many things that we could do with the new technology. There are so many things that we'd like to explore further. The jump from UE5 to UE3, at least as a developer, is fantastic. And actually, some of it causes us to just really see all the awesome things you can do and go, I can only take 2 of those, and make the best decisions there.
Working on Smite 2 has been something that's been so incredible. It's truly like a love letter to everything in Smite 1. Seeing from the early days of Smite 1 and seeing now that we actually are working on Smite 2, actually delivering on this thing that really amplifies Smite to the next level. It's just been so incredible. Seeing the reception at SWC has been incredible. The audience reaction, all the fans coming up and talking about it. It's just so great to be able to actually talk about Smite 2 now. I can't wait for you guys to get a chance to play it.
We've been working on this on and off throughout the years, trying different ways of doing it. And I think once you get your hands on it, you're really gonna love it. So I hope you guys enjoy it once you get your hands on the game.